I think we'd been together for quite a while. It's just that nobody knew it. And still pretty much nobody knows it on the show. I mean, none of the other characters know. So it's an interesting thing to play, where you're trying to keep a secret like that. And it's somewhat fraught with danger, because we don't know really what we're doing. And I think in Grissom's mind, it's an affair, a secret affair. And how it turns out, I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows what to do. I don't think it would be good for Grissom, who's a supervisor. And I don't think it would be good for Sarah, who's a subordinate. And I think therein lies the conflict in their situation, which makes for some interesting drama. I knew that I needed to get back into the theater. I haven't done a play since we started CSI, because I haven't had any time. So I asked the network and everybody else if it would be possible for me to take some time off over Christmas and do the play. And because it was a short run, and because it was over Christmas, we were able to fit it in without having to miss many episodes, and it turned out to be a great thing. I started in the theater and needed to get back to it, to touch base with, what I had learned. And I think Grissom also was in a place where he was getting somewhat burned out doing his job, and needed to touch base with those elements of his nature that made him a scientist. And that was returning to the field to do a little research and do a little teaching. And he has been unable to be that for quite a while. At the beginning of CSI, he operated in a much more mentor-teacher relationship to the other CSIs, who were younger and newer, and now they've reached a certain level where they don't require his expertise or his leadership in that way. And so I think we both feel the same, and needed to touch base with those elements that made us love our jobs in the first place. It's fascinating to Grissom, obviously, because there's obviously, although a horrible criminal, a genius at work. And so, of course, all of his senses are engaged in this, and he is, I think, completely stymied to figure out who and how this person is doing this. And the fact that there are clues being left all over the place by the criminal intentionally is fascinating to Grissom as well. He's being led to a certain degree in a way that he has never found himself before. You stand in the middle of the set that we're in, whether it's a house or we were in a slaughterhouse at one time, and then you look at the miniature and you just stand there and keep going like this. You look up at the ceiling and you look down at the thing and you flip it around and you go, oh my God! And every piece on the kitchen, in the kitchen, is exactly replicated in the miniature. So yeah, it's fascinating. Greg Sanders has been both a burr under the saddle of Grissom, a boy that he's tried to help teach. As close as Grissom could feel to being a father, the young men of CSI have been his sons. And so, of course, when Greg Sanders gets in trouble, it's hard for Grissom. And he wants him to succeed, and he wants him to do well, and he does not want him hurt. So, yeah, that's an interesting thing to play. And I thought Eric was great in that stuff. No, it's great. I mean, there's a certain nice synchronicity to having Roger in the show, considering what The Who has sort of done for the CSI landscape, you know.